How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered, where it has been about a week since I last recorded, so I don't really remember where we left off. I think we invited Sakura over to stay with us for like a week or so. We'll see how that all turns out. She was totally okay with it, a little adamant, I think, but yeah, I think she's totally okay with it. And you know, awkward encounters galore in the previous episode, near the end of the previous episode, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I think everything's okay.
さあ、こちらには来ていませんから、まだ入浴しているのではないですか？
入浴中ってもう1時間は経ってるよな。
Okay, real talk, I know we just started recording, but I'm already gonna ramble. I have actually, met people that will take ridiculously long showers and such. It's ridiculous, and probably a huge waste of water. Maybe not so much a bath, but after a while, you have to really consider you are just sitting there in, a small container of water and filth. It's your filth, right? Maybe Sakura takes long baths. She has to wash a lot of parts that I don't, so a quick shower might not be...
もうやめやめ。変な想像しない。
I shake my head and sit down at the table. Then I brew some tea and let the fragrant liquid soothe my throat. I purge myself of my fantasies and breathe deep. Then...
シロ、さくらは目が悪いのですか？
Why would she have poor eyesight? What an odd question.
いや、別にそんなことないけど、さくらは視力いいぞ。両目合わせて 1.5 あるんじゃないかな。
そうですか。頻繁に壁や柱に体をぶつけていますから、視力に問題があるのではと危惧してしまいました。
Oh, that's just Sakura being Sakura, I'm sure.
あ、なるほど。その心配はありがたい。けど、さくらは至って健康だよ。最近は疲れてるから危なっかしいだけで、普段は俺よりしっかりしてる。
それならばいいのですが、仮にそうだとしても、入り口と壁を見間違えるほど疲労が溜まっているのは問題です。試験ですが、先ほどの衝突は疲れからではなく、純粋に目測を誤ったものと感じましたが。
No, I also have to agree with Saber on this one. It doesn't seem like she's necessarily tired. It could be like a mix of embarrassment, a whole lot going on in her head and everything that, yeah, she just has the wrong idea of where things are. It's as she said, she misjudged. She's flustered. When you're flustered, you can't think straight. Saber's opinion makes sense. No matter how tired you are, you don't just start randomly walking into walls. Watch me. Speaking of Sakura, where is she? If she's really in the bath, 1 hour is a pretty long time. Right now... Ah, fuck. You know what? Yeah, let's go check up on her. I'm sure that's a fantastic idea. Nothing can go wrong with us checking up on her. Watch this somehow be a bad ending. I should go check on her. If Saber's right, then this is no time to worry about embarrassing myself. Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, but it's still gonna happen.
Sakura?
I call her name through the door. There's no reply from the dressing room. In fact, it doesn't even sound like anyone's inside.
Sakura! Oi! Sakura! 入ってるか?
I knock on the door. Softly at first, and then more vigorously, until I'm literally pounding on the door.
Sakura! おい、ちょっとでいいから返事しろ!
My anxiety turns into certainty. Something's wrong. I can't go in there, so maybe I should go get Fujine or Saber to look in on her. No, well, she's in there. She's awake. She's alive.
Sakura! いや、なんでもない。少し時間がかかってるみたいだから、なんかあったのかなって。
時間？おかしいな。私、そんなに長く入ってましたか?
Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's normal for people to kind of you want to relax while you're bathing or showering or whatever. Even if you're going swimming or something or relaxing in a hot tub, the purposes are definitely of the former to clean yourself, the latter more so to relax, but you should also be allowed to relax in the former. you know, bathing and showering. You should be allowed to just unwind, let that shit, like, you know, relax the muscles and everything. Let the heat, you know, relax the muscles. Or if you take cold showers, just get out. We're not talking about that. Get out if you take cold showers. What the fuck's wrong with you? Sakura sounds kind of hazy, like she's weak or unsteady on her feet, or like she just woke up from a nap.
さくら、もしかしてとは思う。
Nah. Okay, that's relaxing too much.
バカ、脅かすなよ、ほんと。
I slowly sink to my knees.
すみません。すぐに上がりますね。
そうしてくれ。まったく、風呂で寝たりしたら風邪ひくぞ。
I sigh and lean against the wall. I feel silly for being so worried, but I'm glad she's fine. Sakura should feel better after a bath and a good night's sleep.
ゴッド？
Uh-oh. I hear the sound of something heavy falling. It definitely came from the other side of the door.
さくら！
She doesn't respond. There isn't the feeling of someone on the other side of the door like there was earlier.
入るぞ、さくら！
Yeah, embarrassment be damned. I run into the dressing room. Sakura is lying on the ground, spiritless. Okay, she has some clothes on. It's all good.
さくら！さくら！
I lift her limp body off the ground. She's soft under my fingers and warmer than I expected. Sakura doesn't seem conscious, but her breathing is labored. Her hands are clutched to her chest, as if trying to pry off something stuck to her skin. I mean, she is wearing that shirt. I mean, if we have to take it off, you know. Pained whimpers. This isn't eye candy. The softness of her body I'm carrying and her disheveled hair. Wearing only a single shirt, this Sakura isn't the Sakura I know. The shirt emphasizes her abundant chest, and I can't tear my eyes away. You know, despite the fact that she's, you know, having a health problem here. Each heated sigh lifts her chest up and down, exposing her pearly neck. My heart almost jumps into my throat. Her distressed lips seeking oxygen make my head spin. The body I'm holding is so hot, soft, and unbelievably charming. My mind goes blank. I'm not holding a girl in my arms, but a plenty matured woman. This isn't the Sakura I know. Then if I let the dizziness take over and hold her close...
何してんだ俺は。
I shake my head. This isn't the time. Sakura's fever isn't normal. Above all, her fingers clutching painfully at her chest show that this is more than simple anemia.
さくら、おい、しっかりしろ、さくら。
I yell into her ear. The hair stuck to her cheek falls free. Sakura slowly blinks her eyes open and looks up at me.
先輩、どうしているんですか？
バカ、どうしてじゃないだろう。熱があるんならあるって言え。
熱って私ですか？
お前以外に誰がいる？いいから自分でおでこを触ってみろ。すごく熱いぞ。
けどそんなに熱くないですよ。
Sakura murmurs dreamily. Maybe she's still half asleep.
いいからおとなしくしてろ。すぐにベッドに連れてくから。
We did prepare that at the end of the previous episode. I do remember that.
先輩、どうしたんですか？
部屋まで連れてく。言っとくけど暴れるなよ。俺だってこれ以上は自信がない。
What do you mean, buddy? Let's talk about that. I go into the hallway carrying Sakura.
先輩、私、抱っこされてますか？
He's a big, strong man. Sakura wraps her arms tightly around my neck in surprise. Her chest is incredibly bouncy and touching me, but I'm gonna ignore that right now. I'm gonna point it out, but ignore it. Speed is of the essence. Before my sanity gives out, I need to carry Sakura to the guest room as fast as I can. You got this, man.
熱は37度ちょいか。なんだ、思ったより低かったな。
I shake the thermometer and look at Sakura, who's lying in bed.
すみません。なんか緊張してお風呂に入ったらのぼせたみたいです。
Sakura guiltily hides her face under the covers.
まあ引いちまったもんは仕方がない。この程度の風邪なら薬飲んで一晩寝てれば治るから、今夜はおとなしくしていること。椅子の上に水を置いておくから、できるだけ離れからは出ないようにな。外に出ると体を冷やすから。
I mean, when you think about it, this is a really comfy looking room. Like, it's so simple, it's comfy. Just in case I put another blanket over her and turn off the lights.
じゃあな、明日の朝起こしに来るから、それまでゆっくりしてろ。
I give Sakura an affectionate pat on the head and make for the door. But then, something tugs on me from behind. When I turn to look, there's something clutching my shirt sleeve.
さくら、すまん、握られてると出られないんだが。
Sakura withdraws her hand in surprise as if she just noticed.
すみません先輩。私熱でぼーっとしちゃってて、それで。
Sakura jumps out of bed and frantically apologizes. I can tell how red her face is even with the lights off.
さくら、もしかして怖いのか？
知らないところで一人で眠るのは怖くて。
Shirou, listen to me, dog. There is something only you can do here. You need to be ready to be in this room for the entirety of the night. And you must hold it together. I can't see Sakura's expression. Her long hair hides her face. But from the side, her profile reminds me of that withdrawn girl I first met years ago.
そっか。初めて使う部屋で風邪っ引きってのも不安だよな。
I sit down on the bed. Then I lie down on my back. I can't quite bring myself to face Sakura while doing it, but this is good enough.
先輩。
もうちょいここにいる。しばらくすればさくらも部屋になれるだろうし、さくらが寝ついたら出ていくよ。正直言うと、さくらが無理しないか心配だしな。あと30分は監視してるから、おとなしく横になってろ。
I gestured her a spot on the bed without facing her.
はい。それじゃあもうちょっとだけお付き合いくださいね。
A soft breeze caresses my cheek. It must be the air displaced by Sakura pulling the covers back on. I consider this a small price to pay for her peace of mind. It doesn't even begin to cover the interest on the debt that I owe her for helping me so much. In the dark, all one can hear is the ticking of the clock. Whether it's because my back is to her or because her profile is still in my mind, the feelings I had when I carried her earlier fade, and I quietly stare at the clock. The rest of the time passes in silence, and anyone would guess that we'd both fallen asleep.
先輩。起きてます？
We are, but on the topic of clocks, I hate, trying to sleep in a room with like the ticking of a clock like that. It is the absolute worst. And trying to, as a kid, as jumpy and excitable and as much of a gamer as I was and everything, I got a lot of sleep, but sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night. I can't go back to sleep. You lay there trying to sleep, whatever, and god damn it, was there like a SpongeBob or regular clock? I think I had a SpongeBob clock at one point, but I definitely also had a regular clock at another point, I'm pretty sure. But both of those shitters would definitely tick like this. And it is the absolute worst thing ever. Even out in my living room, like right now, we have a clock that ticks. Normally you can't hear it, but once you're trying to sleep in there in the middle of the night, you can hear it. I hear a gentle voice in the darkness. At least it's not as crazy as all the lamps that Rin got in this room back in the Fate route. I murmur an affirmative. Sakura takes a quiet breath and continues.
今日はありがとうございました。
Then she drifts off to sleep. Well, that wasn't so bad. Good shit on Shirou's part, honestly. The lights go out in the house. It's past 11 p.m. and the town is fast asleep.
では竜道寺にマスターがいると。
遠坂の話じゃな。厄介な相手だから手は出すなと言ってたけど、町の昏睡事件はそいつの仕業らしい。その真偽は定かじゃないけど、どっちみち確かめなくちゃいけないだろう。
Yeah, if we want to die. I know about this bad ending.
確かに竜道寺に至る霊脈に作為的なものを感じます。あの山にマスターがいることに間違いはないでしょう。
どうしたセイバー、乗り気じゃないのか。昨日。
はい。あの山はサーバントにとって鬼門です。
Okay, so we're being smart about this here.
軽はずみな進行は避けたい。
This is the complete opposite of the saber that we saw back in the Fate
竜
route.
道寺はもう少し情報を得てから探りを入れるか。確かに相手がどのサーバントのマスターかも知らないうちに攻め込むのは無謀だし。
いいえ、その必要はありません。竜道寺に今日構えるようなマスターならば、おいそれと正体を明かさないでしょう。早々に決着をつけるのならば、正面から力で打ち破るのみです。
If Saber says so, then we probably have a chance of victory. I would also like to stop the master from putting any more townspeople into comas as soon as possible.
よし。竜道寺
Alright,
に行
well,
こう。
never fucking mind. I guess we're going anyways.
けどセイバー、今回の目的はあくまで調査だからな。相手のマスターの正体とどのサーバントを連れているかが分かったら一旦引こう。情けないが俺にはセイバーの援護ができない。その分慎重に行きたいんだ。
I can't let Saber get hurt like that time with Berserker. But since I can't help her in a fight, I have to protect her a different way.
わかりました。最終的な判断はシローに委ねます。戦闘か退却かはあなたが決めてください。
それはそれで嬉しいんだが怖いな。万一倒せる相手が出てきても臆病風に吹かれて逃げ出しかねないぞ俺。
なるほど。そういった場合も考えられますね。シローは戦闘経験が少ないですから。
ああ、そればっかりは事実だからな。自分から地雷原に突っ込むような真似は避けたいし、そういう時は注意してくれると助かる。
はい。ではシローが判断を誤った時は私から忠告を。もちろんそれではシローのためになりませんから。シローの判断が間違えていた場合、何らかのペナルティを負ってもらうことにしましょうか。
A penalty, huh?
何らかのペナルティって具体的に言うとどんなさ。
さあ、それを口にしてはつまらない。数少ない楽しみですから、私だけの秘密としましょう。
Huh. That's actually kind of funny. This is an interesting side of Saber that maybe we did see a little bit of, but I mean, so early on, the relationship between these two is just so different, especially with Rin not being in the picture. Saber seems to be making a joke. Maybe it's Fujine's influence. I sure hope it's a joke anyway.
しかしシロ、私たちはともかく、さくらは大丈夫なのですか？
ああ、俺もそう思ったんだけど、熱を測ってみたら大したことなかった。とりあえず一晩ゆっくり休んでもらって様子を見る。
そうですか。では迷いなく戦いに赴けますね。
I nod and look out towards the guest house. Sakura's room is on the second floor of the building. We need to leave and return to the house without her noticing.
行くぞセイバー。ここからはマスターとしての時間だ。他のことは考えない。
Well, this'll be fun. I mean, at least their attitudes going into this event here is a bit different than what we saw in the Fate route when I got that bad ending. I leave the house with Saber. The moon is high in the sky and the darkness feels dense somehow. Up above, the clouds move quickly, perhaps due to the wind. Under the pale moonlight peeking and disappearing beneath the clouds, we beat a swift pace to enemy territory. Well, Ryder isn't in the picture anymore. We don't have to worry about her, but obviously Casker's going to be there. And Assassin. So just those two, maybe? That's all we have to worry about? But what do we have already going on here? A high-pitched noise fills the air. A white blade clatters to the ground, scattering motes of light all around as it reflects the brilliant moonlight. Sticky blood coats his lips. A man falls to his knees on the stone steps, bidding farewell to his long sword. As it sinks into the darkness, Assassin has been beaten. Very much so. He will never pick up that sword again. His coat is stained in blood, its newly dyed threads making it resemble a gallant crimson flower. The man's lips seem like white bone in contrast to the fresh blood spilling from his belly. The vital tremble of life has already left his throat. Sasaki Kojiro's innards are already functioning as something else. The mountain gate is quiet. Neither the servant guarding it, nor the newly appeared shadow make a move. The battle is already over. Whatever just swiftly ascended the stone steps defeated Assassin. There was no time to cross blades or even acknowledge the enemy. Whatever it was a different dimension altogether, or in a different dimension. The gatekeeper's body tears. His torso is ripped apart? Jesus. Without a weapon, Assassin cannot even end his own life. It walks, steadily, surely. The shadow lovingly, or perhaps disdainfully, strokes the cheek of the servant called Assassin. Who is this? A spidery ghoulish arm erupts from his shredded torso. Bones entangle, meat tears. He feels the organs and entrails that once belonged to him morph into something else. He fights the surge of blood that threatens to burst forth. The swordsman swallows it down, a genial grin playing across his lips. Eaten from within and deprived of a merciful death, he smiles. It is a valiant gesture. His lurid grin is even more fearsome than the birth of the abomination within him. What is going on here? What awaits us on this fucking mountain? And so it is summoned. The thing born from the blood and entrails of a false servant is unmistakably an assassin. Okay. Its birthing cries resemble the chitter of insects. I kind of disagree to that. The insect that emerges from the swordsman's body greedily devours its womb. It cackles as it carves, chortles as it chews. With each bite of flesh, the dark insect becomes increasingly man-shaped, its unformed brain gaining human knowledge. The feast continues for half an hour. The new assassin, studiously, slurps up every last drop of blood, celebrating its birth on now spotless stone steps. Its only witnesses are the chorally chittering swarms of insects in the brush and the bright, voluminous moon. The shrill, birthing cries fade. It is an ill moon. The white skull sneers at the scorched black night. What the fuck just happened here? That was a crazy interlude. I don't even know what to think with all that. So we're not even going to, meet the assassin of this story, of this war. We're going to be meeting whatever the fuck this is. I walk up the stone steps. Saber is already armed. Both of us are tense, expecting an enemy to attack at any moment. The stairway up to the mountain gate is long, and the breeze is pleasantly warm despite us being in the hills. According to Saber, this mountain has a barrier that repels servants. If they attempt to approach Ryoto Temple by any other path besides this gate, the barrier hurts them and reduces their magical energy. Therefore, the only way into Ryoto Temple is up these stairs.
てっきり待ち伏せてると思ったんだが、サーバントの気配しないよな、セイバー。
ありません。この石段には私以外のサーバントは。
Suddenly, Saber halts and looks down.
セイバー、なんかあったのか？
Do you see a very long Sephiroth-like sword?
いいえ、私の気のせいでしょう。刀らしきものが見えた気がしましたが、そのようなものはどこにもない。この山門に守り手はいません。境内に向かいましょう。
Oh, this doesn't bode well, gamers. Saber ascends the stone steps quickly. After a moment's confusion, I run after her. What will be waiting for us? Inside, it's silent and very dark. The wind is strong. The shadows deep. It's terribly dark, even though the moon is out. I look up. The moon is out all right. It glows brightly, illuminating the unlit temple grounds. Despite that, the area is engulfed in shadow. It's a little weird.
セイバ
ええ、様子がおかしい。ここまで踏み込んで反応がないなどありえません。それに、これは静かすぎる。
ー、中を調べよう。竜道寺は50人近い大所帯なんだ。こんなに静かなんてことがあるもんか。
I enter the temple with Saber. There's nobody around. After making sure the grounds are unoccupied, Saber and I head deeper into the buildings. Whoa. What the fuck was that, man? What the fuck was that? Everybody inside is asleep. They show no signs of waking. They don't react even when I touch or pick them up. Every single one of the 50 or so monks is in a coma. All of them lie in a pleasant dreamlike sleep, breathing steadily. Of course, one of my classmates is among them. Issei Ryodo is asleep. I've only seen him so relaxed on a handful of occasions in the privacy of the student council office. We've also seen him shirtless in a different route, but, you know, that's a totally different story. Totally different situation. We move quickly through the wood-floored hallways. Saber senses something. She directs us towards the inner main shrine. The master behind this disaster must be lurking in the heart of the temple. We step into the main shrine. Oh. Suddenly, my eyes are greeted by scarlet blood all over the floor. The center of the shrine is drenched in red. There's a man on the floor. There's a pool of red spreading out from him. Maybe he was stabbed through the chest. The wound is fatal. He's lost too much blood to survive. He's already dead. He looks familiar, and he must be the master of the thing standing beside him. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. The servant stands there, staring down at her master's lifeless corpse. So, what's going on there, Caster? I'm assailed by a headache and an alarming unease. It isn't the gruesome scene that terrifies me, but that thing. That dagger is something bad. Saber doesn't seem to sense it, but somehow I can tell the power in that dagger is nothing good. If I remember correctly, she can basically, like, totally go around any set in place rules. So, by killing her master, she should be, like, basically a free servant. Like, she should be set free in a way. I don't really know how she's getting her, like, her mana pool going forward or any sort of supply of anything, but I'm sure she can obtain that herself. She's Caster, after all.
Caster!
Saber stands ready to fight. Caster, the purple-robed servant, doesn't react. Is it because we've caught her by surprise? Or because she was caught red-handed? Saber slightly crouches, ready to attack Caster in a breath.
ダメだ待てセイバー
シロ、なぜ止めるのです。今置いてキャスターを撃つ機会は。
そうじゃない。あの担当には触れるな。あれは魔術破りだ。
Yeah, there it is.
もしかすると、マスターとサーバントの契約だって立つかもしれない。
And you really pieced that one together quick, Shirou.
では、キャスターは自らのマスターを。
We don't know for sure if she killed her master, but she did say that actually in the Fate route. I do recall that, and it's something that's been in the back of my mind throughout basically Unlimited Blade Works. She says that she killed her master in the Fate route, which, yeah, I mean, her original master, she definitely killed and then went to, shit, I forgot his name. But she went to him, here, the guy dead on the floor, and they basically, created a new master-servant relationship. But I don't know, like, what specifically happened in the fate route between those two, because we never saw him. Like, he was never, like, a master or somebody that we had to go up against.
キャスター
I don't think I read that
貴様
sentence,
主に手をかけたな
but it's all good. Saber advances angrily. Okay, she's not, like, frozen in place. I thought she was, like time has stopped for everybody type situation here. Caster turns to look at us. Her lifeless demeanor makes her look more wraith than heroic spirit. A sword flashes through the air. Saber's sword splits Caster's robe, shredding her clothes as she evades by bounding backwards.
セイバー、そう、とどめを刺しに来たというわけね。誰の筋書きだか知らないけど、周到なこと。
What are you talking about?
黙れ主を裏切った者の言葉など聞きたくもない
私がマスターを殺した。宗一郎様を私がそれは愉快ね。ええ、こんなことになるのなら本当にそうしてしまえばよかった。
I mean, she basically loved the guy in Unlimited Blade Works. Like, really, they were there for one another at the very end. Well, until they individually died, that is. She coughs blood as she laughs. The black-clad mage conceals the strange dagger under her robe and thrusts a hand at Saber.
目障りよセイバー。主もろとも消え去りなさい。
There's nothing else to say. Watching Caster keenly, Saber swings her sword without hesitation. And that's all she wrote. Goodbye, Caster. Caster fades away. All right, well, we have the servant data for her now. I mean, we didn't really learn too much about her that we already didn't know. Okay, so we did find out about this, which, again, good on Shirou for recognizing this shit. But yeah, I think it pops up very briefly in Fate, but is obviously like a pretty significant weapon that pops up in Unlimited Blade Works. Their clash couldn't even be called a fight. Caster may have outstanding magecraft, but it was completely ineffective against Saber's high magic resistance. Saber shrugged off Caster's barrage of spells and cut her down in a single blow.
キャスターは倒しましたマスター指示を
ああ、そうだな。これ以上ここにいても何もできない。病院の前に琴峰に連絡して後を任そう。
Yeah, that is
昏
his
睡してる人たちはそれで助けられるはずだ。
that is his job here, but I do have to wonder what really went down here, because I don't know if this is a Kotomine thing that occurred here. But there's no saving the dead man in front of us. Caster disappeared, leaving her master's body behind. His death will be buried in darkness. Honestly, we're still so early in this route, and we already have two of the servants out. Ryder and Caster. Two of probably, if I had to rank like a top three, well, maybe Ryder wouldn't be up there, but Caster's definitely in there. Berserker's probably in there, and then Saber. Sorry, Archer. But, and Lancer. But, yeah, no, we have two very significant ones that are just out. Assassin, he's technically out, but who or what just took his place, His death will be buried in darkness. Tonight he took his last breath, and one day he will disappear from people's memories, his final fate unknown. He said the thing.
シロ
わかってる。マスターはあと4人もいるんだ。立ち止まっている余裕はない。
賢明です気持ちはわかりますが干渉は押しとどめてください
She's got a point. Good thing we don't recognize this guy. Saber turns her back on the shrine. I'll at least burn the sight of the fallen corpse into my memory before I follow her. You don't need to do that. Wait. What was that?
シロどうしたのです
いや、今なんか視線を感じたっていうか、誰かに見られてる気がしたっていうか。
Oh, it's because we are,
セイバーは
baby.
感じなかった
We
か
are definitely being watched.
いいえ、何も感じませんでした。この周囲に人がいないことは確認したはずです。シローの気のせいではないですか？
そうかな。セイバーがそう言うなら間違いないか。
では急ぎましょう。キャスターが倒れた今、昏睡していた人々も目を覚まします。私たちの姿を見られては面倒だ。
She's right. And leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this should put an end to the comas happening all over the city. I can chalk that up as a win at least.
わかった。すぐに山を降りて琴峰に連絡。あとは家に戻って今夜は休もう。
Saber nods in satisfaction and leaves the shrine. I ignore the nagging tingling from behind me and follow Saber. All that remains in the shrine are the quiet and the body of the former master. Now there's something here. We have another interlude? What else could possibly be going on here? There's already too much going on here. Ah, fuck. The lead actor exits the stage, leaving only a wordless corpse. And something. Oh, that was loud. Consumes it. It leaves no body. The wooden floor becomes a bottomless swamp, its crimson mass spreading out to consume the man's unmoving body. It takes not only the man, but the thing he used to command. The soul modeled after the servant caster falls to the black shadow. That is not how things should be. When a servant loses and disappears, it goes back to the Holy Grail. Something which violates this rule is subject to inevitable decay, no matter how powerful it is. Yeah, that sounds healthy and human. Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that sound. It cries without a sound. In anguish, it bubbles and churns until it finally devours the first person. It shuffles forward, like waves lapping on the shore. It has no voice to scream, so it expresses pain with its entire body. Man, that is fucking creepy. It has no words, no emotions. From the beginning, it was never equipped with such functions. We get it, man. There's not enough. And yet it grieves. It laments its very being, like something that has become aware of its own existence for the first time. Oh, fuck. There it is, man. There it is. It's right there, man. We just don't get, like, a good enough look of whatever the fuck it is. It looks like some fucking squid being. But it's, like, wearing a robe. Oh, I guess we're just back home now. Hey, as long as we're away from whatever that is for the rest of the night, that's fine by me. The clock strikes 2 a.m. A round trip to and from Ryoto Temple took its toll on me in spite of my daily training.
そうだ。セイバー、先に部屋に戻っていてくれ。
どこに行くのです、シロー。今夜はもう休むのではないのですか？
ちょっとな。すぐに戻るから心配すんな。俺だって疲れてるし、早く休みたい。
We gonna go just check up on Sakura real quick? Is that all we're doing? We better not be going to the fucking
さく
shed.
らの容体が気になるのですね。
その、水を変えないとまずいだろ。セイバーこそちゃんと隣の部屋で寝てくれよ。襖も閉めて、ちゃんとしてないとダメなんだからな。
ああ、そうでしたね。同室でないのは不都合ですが、シローが強情を張るのではやむを得ません。
Yeah, don't literally be, you know,
隣の
standing
部屋
by
で待機し
though.
ましょう。
Like, go to sleep, you know? Saber looks displeased. I'm not the only one who's being stubborn. Excuse me. Okay. Did we actually go check on Sakura, though? I returned to my bedroom, tortured by self-loathing.
午前3時。1時間も何やってたんだ。
Okay, but there's complete certainty that Sakura is in her room. Okay. There's definitely some different things going on here. Like a whole different variable has been shoved into this story, which is actually kind of exciting. But I just wanted to make sure that Sakura was where she needed to be, where she was supposed to be. I sigh. There's only one reason I took so long. Sakura wasn't sleeping very well, so I spent time getting her more water and putting her covers back on. It was an incredibly taxing job in more ways than one.
目隠しでもあればよかった。
That would have made it easier. Actually, I had my eyes closed almost the entire time, so it wouldn't have made much difference. Not only did I give in to temptation and open them until my work was done, excuse me.
寝る。こんな時はあれだ。ね。
I cover my head with the sheets and drive out the evasive thoughts. Once I close my eyes, my mind goes blank. See? Being this physically tired will help me fall asleep faster. I love, like, going into some cardio and then, like, that night, just that exhaustion, man. Feels so good. What are we dreaming about here? It's red. As sunset, the cityscape seems dyed red. It reminds me of a bench covered in posters. Everything my feet and hands touch makes a warm, squelching sound. I continue down the asphalt road. When I look up, the buildings are dyed crimson. The steep walls seem like giant nails hammered from the sky to the earth. You can't run, the red sun declares, gazing down from the heavens. I walk alone through the streets. Shinto is dead quiet. Maybe everyone's hiding in wait, or perhaps there was never anyone here to begin with. Still, it hurts. The scarlet glow torments my eyeballs and makes me dizzy. It's too empty out here. Am I the only one who missed some mass evacuation order? That would explain all the red. I should go home. Is waiting for me. Oh, we're dreaming about Rin there. Is that Tosuka? Even from afar, I can tell it's her. It's that hairstyle of hers, honestly. Hey, Tosuka. She ignores me. She walks, her swaying hair long enough to touch the ground. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but who knows? If she's wearing her uniform, then she must be on the way to school. It's sunset, though, right? I run after her. Tosuka doesn't notice me. The gap between us doesn't shrink at all. She keeps walking while I keep running. I gradually fall even further behind. By the way, Tosuka isn't walking at a particular brisk pace. I'm running enough to breathe a little heavily, but she's still faster. The lack of an E there threw me off. The long-haired girl enters the school, like a fluttering butterfly. By the way, there's no one on campus. It's empty, unoccupied. The red-lit landscape is like a well-made candy diorama. If the twilight glow grows any stronger, it'll melt them beyond recognition. By the way, I hear a girl laughing. Two young girls smile and play with each other. I see a vision of two beautiful sisters, so perfect for each other, they might as well be twins. I open the door and enter the classroom. By the way, why was I following her for no reason? What the fuck? Who the fuck? Yo. What is going on here? Shirou, what are you dreaming about? My man, why haven't we seen these prior? No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't surprise me, nor do I feel any guilt. The two of them embrace each other like lovers. It's enough to make me doubt that they're both girls. Against this crimson backdrop, what they're doing seems only proper. Yo, but if there's one thing that I'm curious about, it's that Mitsuzuri's arms hang limply at her side. Oh, that's Mitsuzuri? Oh shit, I'm sorry, I did not even recognize her. I thought this was like a mystery character of some sort. Like those of a corpse. Sorry, I kind of also forgot about her existence. She hasn't really popped up in the story. She like made a little bit of an appearance in like the very beginning of the Fate route, mostly with Rin, and then she made a bit of an appearance at the very beginning of Unlimited Blade Works, and then that was it. And like, I even remember asking in the comments, I'm like, hey, is she ever gonna play like a role? Is this it? And I think somebody told me no. So like, yeah, I don't know. Here she is though. I was wrong. That isn't a hug. It's a meal. The praying mantis feeds on the butterfly. It giddily drains its prey of life. Mitsuzuri is like a wax model. With each second, her vitality is drained away. Tosuka's eyes are warm and whimsical. Her face approaches Mitsuzuri's neck. She exposes Mitsuzuri's defenseless pale throat. Then Tosuka's lips. No, her teeth. The wax model's chest arches in tension. I try to go over and help, but I may as well be wading through a swamp. Or waiting. I'll never make it in time. I simply watch as Tosuka purrs while she drinks as Mitsuzuri goes weak at the knees. She licks her fingers. Her wet tongue seductively slithers around her fingers. It's too alluring. I feel like I'm drowning in the thick air around her. Tosuka giggles, licking her fingers. The wet sound tickles my ears.
よかった。来てくれたのね、エミヤくん。
Her voice sounds so sticky and expectant. I'm so dizzy it's like I'm inside a kaleidoscope. My mind is paralyzed, to say nothing of my limbs. Though I should mention, I've long since lost control over my body.
どうしたの？私のことが怖い？エミヤくん。
To a comedic extent, yes. I can't even move my head to respond. Her smile is irresistibly bewitching, yet so terrifying. I feel like I'll be caught and killed. I'm a winged insect caught in a spider's web. I can neither fight nor flee, sorry.
美味しかったわ。
It's fight or flight, buddy. So she was eating her after all. But still, why Mitsuzuri?
だってあなたを待つ間我慢できなかったんだもの。
Delight seeps into her giggles. Tosuka's hands reach out. For some reason, I imagine her slender, supple arms coiling around my body like a snake. Her sweet scent envelops me and dominates my lungs.
次はあなたの番よ。
Tosuka's limbs wrap around me. Her soft, feminine body drowns out the blaring alarm in my head. Hey, it would do the same to me, man. It would do the same to me. This is what we call folding. I think I talked about it in my last Tsukihime episode. You know, sometimes what needs to be done has just got to be done. I feel like I'm crumbling in her embrace. She brings her face close enough for our lips to touch. Her wet eyes invite me in. This is a very crazy dream. I already know, by the way, guys, that this isn't just an ordinary dream. I mean, there's always been a reason for these segments, right? These dream sequences that we sometimes get from the characters. Her breath is so thick, I'm going to suffocate in it. Excuse me.
今度はエミヤくんを食べてあげる。
I gathered. Tosuka's lips touch me, nipping the side of my neck. They're warm and damp. My mind melts like candy under her tender touch. Sharp fangs pierce my skin. Tosuka's biting me. Her teeth sink into my neck, just like with Mitsuzuri. There's no pain. I've heard that spiders wait, what? I'm sorry, I can't think tonight. Her prey before killing them. Oh, anesthesia. Okay, that's what that is. It's anesthesia. Like, okay, it's to apply anesthesia is what that word is. Sorry, guys. I'll get it right next time. With the numbness also comes ecstasy. Her sucking lips and teeth feel so good, it's like I'm melting. Damn, maybe we should all, like, you know, see what it's like to get straight up murdered by a vampire. Seems pretty cool. My neck softly melts. Each time Tosuka drains a mouthful out of me, I feel my body turn to candy. My insides are being sucked out and replaced with honey that makes my body melt. It seeps into my bones, muscles, and skin. It floods my throat, and I can't even moan. It flows down from my neck, the unbelievable sensation beguiling me. Tosuka's shoulders tremble in ecstasy as she drinks from my neck. She looks so pleased by the meal of red blood. My consciousness is coated in a messy overlapping carpet of vertigo. Before I know it, I've stopped breathing and my blood is being drained before it can even reach my brain. Now that's some speed right there. In return, Tosuka's sweet, strong liquid invades my body.
おいしい
While she nibbles at me, I hear a voice that doesn't belong. The voice numbs my melting brain.
暑いわねエミヤくん
What a crazy CG this is, by the way. She whispers, drinking me dry. A pump empties me out from the inside. In return, pleasure saturates my body, melting and turning it limp.
新鮮な血息がよくってピチピチして
I'm at my limit. I have nothing else to give. My arteries are bone dry, and I don't think I have even a drop of blood left to spare.
もっとまだ足りない
She continues drinking. There shouldn't be anything left to drink, but I still hear Tosuka gulping. It's as if my life itself is being converted into blood. That makes sense. Then this meal isn't quite over yet. She keeps drinking and drinking. In the crimson-lit classroom, she drains me without end. My body melts beyond recognition, fading to oblivion as she sucks it all up. This is the craziest... Oh, what the fuck, man.
エミヤくん
I didn't like that.
あなたならこのまま全部もらってあげる
A woman's voice reverberates in my mind. I wither away, desiccated, while she whispers. Are we being like, is the implication here that Shirou is getting straight, like he's getting straight sucked bone dry? And by that I mean, like, there's some being of sorts that has entered his room and is killing him right now? Like, what the fuck was that? Beautiful. Yeah, that's my reaction to all this, you know, just so beautiful. Okay, well, whatever's going on here, that's for next time. What a crazy fucking episode, guys. God damn. God damn. I don't even know what to say to any of this, really. Like, this is just a crazy mix of shit. There's like a whole new fucking variable that's been thrown into the story here, or at least it feels like it. We have not seen anything like this so far. We don't even know what this is. We don't even know what we've been seeing. So, yeah, needless to say, I'm pretty hyped. I don't know. Well, what's gonna happen today, you know? What are we gonna wake up to? I guess we'll have to see in the next one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. See what's going on here. Take it easy.